days, some I don't know after how many months. I want to say without any fear of contradiction that the fundamental right of the freedom of association is a basic human right to be enjoyed by both natural and juristic persons, meaning members of political parties, as well as the political parties themselves, enjoy the fundamental right of freedom of association unhindered. I also want to clarify that rights can be limited in certain circumstances when it is justifiable. And that is why the Political Parties Act, for example, says that parties that want to enter into coalitions must sign those coalitions before, or rather not less than 90 days before the election. That limitation is not supposed to inhibit the freedom of association. It is provided for under Article 24 of the Constitution, where certain rights can be limited so that to allow certain things to be managed. For example, freedom of movement can be limited, for example, in form of a curfew, but then there must be a law and a justification for that. So the reason, therefore, without talking a lot or for too long, the reason why the pre-election coalition arrangements are limited is to allow certainty in the election calendar, so that the IBC, up to a certain level, needs to know what political parties are involved, which ones are presenting candidates, so that they can print ballot papers after that. And that explains, therefore, why the Political Parties Act does not limit in any way post-election coalitions, and any arrangement of whatever nature, be it a coalition agreement, that purports to, without justification, limit the freedom of association post-election is illegal, unconstitutional, null, void, and I dare say any person who think they can use a contractual or coalition agreement to thwart an express fundamental right in the Constitution, I dare say that these are people who are still living in the old order. And therefore, ladies and gentlemen, I want to assure you, we have scrutinized the law, the Constitution, and all the enabling provisions. And therefore, the post-election arrangements we are entering in are legally sound, and we challenge anybody who has issues to take whatever due process they want to take. We are ready for you. We are ready for you anytime, anyhow, anywhere. Without much ado, I just want to take this opportunity once more to welcome you and now invite the following leaders to come to the podium for the signing ceremony of the accession into Kenya Kwanza Alliance of the United Democratic Movement Party. First, I invite the President-elect and the presidential candidate of UDA and Kenya Kwanza, William Ruto, to the podium. Second, I invite the leader of Amani National Congress and the Prime Cabinet Secretary Designate, Musalia Mudavadi, to the podium. I also invite my distinguished learned senior, the Senator for Bungoma, the leader of Ford Kenya, and the bearer of another title that I cannot preempt now, Moses Masika Wetangula, to come to the podium. I now invite finally the leader of UDM, the party leader, the Honorable Governor, Senator-elect Ali Roba, to come to the podium. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Makofi tafadhali. Asante sana. As counsel for the Kenya Kwanza Alliance Coalition, I now confirm to the nation that the United Democratic Movement Party is now officially a member of the Kenya Kwanza Alliance Coalition. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to recognize the Secretary Generals and chairpersons of various political parties. But before I come to that, let me first recognize other party leaders from the Alliance who are present with us today. We have the party leader of the Democratic Party, Speaker Justin J.B. Muturi. We are also lucky and fortunate to have the party leader of Maendeleo Chapchap, the Honorable Governor Alfred Mutua. We also have the party leader of the Grand Dream Development Party. I don't know whether he has arrived. Fabian Mule is just walked out, but he should be with us. Any other party leader? Not yet. Then we have chairpersons. I'll start with the chairperson of the United Democratic Alliance, the Honorable Johnson Muthama. We have the Secretary General, we have the chairperson of ANC. I saw Kevin Lunani, please, Makofi. We have the chairperson of, I don't think we have any other chairperson here. UDM, Senator Dr. Abdullahi Ali. We have the Secretary General of the United Democratic Alliance Party, Veronica Maina. Secretary General of ANC, Simon Gekuru. I saw him here. Secretary General of Ford Kenya, the Honorable Dr. Chris Wamalwa. Secretary General of UDM, I think he's also with us, David Ohito. Makofi tafadhali. Any other Secretary General with us today? Secretary General Maendeleo Chapchap, Wilfred Nyamu, Advocate. Very well. Having said that, I want to take this opportunity now to invite a few of us to make a few remarks, and then we will end the event with the address by the President-elect and the Kenya Kwanza Alliance presidential. Is no longer a candidate, is a president. Now, allow me now to invite the Honorable Alfred Mutua to say a few words as we proceed. Will not take long, we'll be out of this place in a few minutes. Thank you.
President-elect William Samoei Ruto, the voice and the choice of the people, other party leaders, UDM leadership that are here, and everybody who is watching us at this time. It is very important to remember that we are a democratic state. And in democracy, you get seats by going to the voters to vote for you. And the people of Kenya decided, and they have decided. Na Wakenya wanataka kusonga mbele. Wanataka kuunda serikali ya wananchi wasonge mbele. Wale wengine walifikiria kwamba they have deep state, they can go against the will of the people, the will of God. But mahali Mungu ameamua, you cannot stop it. People voted, but as our party leader says, and our president-elect says, and everybody says, as we know, God is the one who chooses leaders. Na kama Mungu amekukataa, amekukataa. Hata ufanye nini? Ukikataliwa, umekataliwa. In the same vein, wale waliandika katiba yetu, walisema ya kwamba tuna uhuru wa kuungana pamoja. Freedom of association. Mimi na chama changu cha Chapchap tulikuwa tumezimia huko kwa watapeli. tukaona mambo ameenda mrama, tukaona mbele sio sawa, tukatoka huko tukakuja Kenya Kwanza. They cannot force us to remain there. You cannot force somebody to be where they do not want to be. Hata wafanye nini, they cannot. Hata waimbe, waruke, wafanye nini. Tulitoka huko na tukaenda tukiendanga, tukaingia hapa Kenya Kwanza. So I want to tell people that as a democratic state, we must also learn that we give freedom of expression and freedom of association to our people. And so we welcome UDM to be here, and we're very happy. And we're looking forward to getting done with whatever moves that are coming up, if it's a court case and others. And by God's grace, kwa mapenzi ya Mwenyezi Mungu, tujenge serikali, tuondoe wananchi kutoka huu utumwa wa miaka mingi wa kufinywa na kugandamizwa katika uchumi mbaya na kuambiwa you cannot associate with other people na woga. Karibuni sana UDM tu Kenya Kwanza.
Thank you, Governor Mutua. I am now requested to invite, without any particular protocol, sisi ni watu ya bottom up wa Kenya Kwanza. The Honorable Ndindi Nyoro to say a few things before we continue with the other party leaders. Karibu. Makofi kwa Mheshimiwa Ndindi Nyoro. He's the Member of Parliament for Kiharu.
Thank you very much, Professor Kithure Kindiki, our President-elect, His Excellency William Ruto, na viongozi wetu wote. Good evening. Mimi nimefurahi sana kuwa katika hii hafla ya leo kama member wa Kenya Kwanza, kwa sababu nyumba yetu inaendelea na kuwa kubwa. As Professor put it, kuna vyama tulianza nazo hapo beleni, pre-election, na sasa naona even after election, we are attracting many more members, and especially based on our policies and our plan, the bottom-up plan ya kupeleka Kenya yetu mbele. Ile cha muhimu ni watu wote wajue ya kwamba Wakenya wako na uhuru wa kuungana, na kama wale wamedhulumiwa kwenye wamekuwa, wako na uhuru wa kuja katika nyumba ambayo inaheshimu Wakenya wote. Na ndio maana tunakaribisha UDM tukiongozwa na party leader Ali Roba na viongozi wengine wote. I also want to take this opportunity to congratulate our President-elect, His Excellency William Ruto, na viongozi wote wa Kenya Kwanza. And I want to assure the Kenyan people, as a person who is close to our President, that our plan will start in earnest. Immediately we are given the instruments. Tuko tayari kutumikia wa Kenya, kwa sababu tunajua kuna majukumu mengi, kuna mashida mengi ambazo wa Kenya wanatarajia tuwatoe kutoka. Maneno ya kukosa kazi kwa vijana, walikalangu ambao ni wengi, maneno ya to promote entrepreneurship in our country, and all the other issues that we promised the Kenyan people. We have the plan, we have the right leadership, we have the right team, and I am more than certain that Kenya is headed in the right direction under the stewardship and the captainship of His Excellency William Samoei Ruto. Pongezi sana rais wetu, Wakenya wamefurahi. Na ya mwisho, nataka nipongeza Wakenya wote. Tumeona in the recent elections, tukifanya uchaguzi, kunakuwa na machafuko. The Kenyan people have decided clearly that elections will only come to bite us as we choose the leaders to take our country forward. There is no other time that our country is going to be based on ethnicity, and especially that spills over into machafuko tukifanya uchaguzi. Kwa Wakenya wote, across all political divides, across all regions, pongezi sana kwa kuweka amani. Tuendelee namna hiyo kwa sababu Kenya ni ya umuhimu beyond each and every of us as politicians. Thank you very much. May God bless Kenya.
Thank you. I now invite for very brief remarks the Governor of Marsabit County, Governor Mohamud Ali Abshiro. Karibu.
President-elect, Honorable William Samoei Ruto, party leaders present here, all other leaders. I am happy to be here this afternoon. I want to say that as UDM party, we have, a lot to tell, but that is for another day. Your Excellency, we found ourselves in a very unfamiliar territory. You know where we began in political struggle over the years. But because of just small things, we happen to be where we were pre-election. But thank God that has ended very fast, and in the manner it ended. We are now finally back home as UDM. All of our supporters, wherever they are, our members, the leadership, the elected leaders, have in unison supported working relationship with your government. I want to assure you, we will be giving you all the support you require. And never had I doubted, even for a minute, that you will provide us the right leadership that this country requires. Congratulations. God bless Kenya. God bless UDM. Thank you very much.
I will now invite the women elect for Mandera County, the Honorable Moore, just a minute, so that we have as much diversity as possible. Karibu, Mheshimiwa.
I didn't know I was going to be made to speak. Good afternoon, everyone. President-elect William Samoei Ruto, all leaders, all protocols observed. My name is Khair Kasim, Women Rep-elect Mandera County. Today, we are honored to be part of Kenya Kwanza. And as was said before, we were in unfamiliar territory. We are back home. We will work with you, Your Excellency, in the bottom-up approach, in and outside the house. Asanteni sana, Mungu awabariki Kenya, and abariki leaders wetu na UDM. Asanteni.
I think you're doing well. We can have a few more people. Let me now invite the MP-elect for Kikuyu constituency, Kimani Ichung'wah, who is doing his third term in parliament, to come and address us. 1 minute, 2 minutes.
Thank you, Your Excellency, the President-elect, and all leaders present. Let me also take this opportunity to welcome the leadership and the members of UDM to the Kenya Kwanza Alliance. This is the alliance of the willing. And when we purposed to form Kenya Kwanza Alliance as a coalition of the founding parties, we said it will be a coalition of the willing, where we will invite partners to come and work together for the benefit of the people of Kenya in broad daylight, like we are doing today, unlike the unfamiliar territory, as Governor Mahmoud has said, where people are signing agreements that you are not privy to. The agreement that you have signed today, yourselves, your council have scrutinized the agreements and are in full agreement with whatever we have agreed in those agreements. We welcome you to this coalition, and we will work together. I also want to take this opportunity to confirm to you that you are joining the majority coalition in both houses of parliament, in the National Assembly and in the Senate. We also have a majority of county assemblies that we control, and also in the Council of Governors. And therefore, karibuni na tuendelee kufanya kazi pamoja kwa niaba ya wananchi wa Kenya. Thank you and God bless you.
I now invite the MP-elect for Mandera North, Major Bashir, to make a few remarks, 1 or 2 minutes.
Our President-elect, His Excellency William Samoei Ruto, party leaders, other leaders present, and we are extremely happy actually to be here as the UDM fraternity. And as has been said before, we are back home. Home in the sense that it's a party that recognizes other parties. So wherever we were in pre-election, now election is over. We are now in post-election. And to say the truth of the matter is that we
from here. I have the singular honor and privilege.
Your Excellency, the President-elect of the Republic of Kenya, William Samoei Ruto, my colleagues, the party leaders, and senior leaders who are here, I want to first take this opportunity to say, Alhamdulillah, we thank the Almighty Allah for giving us this opportunity to come back together. I was with Alfred Mutua, my colleague, and Honorable Kingi, about less than 2 months or 2.5 months to election, wondering what happened to us. And they made a very bold move, and I remained behind. I want to extend my sincere gratitude on behalf of UDM to the team of Kenya Kwanza, who have braved through the challenges and delivered President-elect. And Mheshimiwa Duale, we have forgiven you as we've requested your team to forgive us too. You know, Your Excellency, I was never trusted on the other side. I was always told this guy is a mole representing Ruto in this arrangement. The windows were closed, the doors closed, engagements never worked. But as a pastoralist, we just stood firm and said, let's steer this course. But today I want to stand here to tell you, in a traditional African setting, when the warriors of the village go out to hunt, they go out to hunt in different directions. But whatever hunt they find, they bring it back home to the village to be shared by all. Our hunt went in different directions to hunt. The Kenya Kwanza team have brought a very big find, of the hunt back home. Na sisi UDM tumerudi with a very serious hunt that is extremely significant. That is the beginning of nailing the coffin of Azimio on that other side. We bring here 7 members of parliament, 7 members of National Assembly, 2 senators, 2 governors, and 35 members of county assembly, where we know and feel we are at home. For the sake of members of the 4th estate, from when our colleagues from Kenya Kwanza reached out to us, is about a week. And in that week, the UDM team was able to do more than 7 meetings, disagreed about 3 or 4, agreed with 2, and engagement back and forth. And I want to stand here to say that is the kind of engagement we look forward to. The disagreement in-house, we don't have to agree, and that's all what we were looking for within Azimio. We disagree, but we agree, but we engage, and we are here. Today we signed a document here where I'm not a lawyer, but I'm informed consumer of legal information, where every page of that document is initialed by each critical stakeholder that is party to that agreement, where the engagement to produce the document involve back and forth engagement, clause by clause, and to the level where we say it's agreeable to all, where the signature and the signing of that document is done in public, and the content of the document, the stakeholders of UDM, as well as the original partners of Kenya Kwanza, are all aware and clear the information contained. That is the kind of engagement we are looking forward to. When we met the president-elect home unconditionally, and the key word is unconditionally. As we were engaging, because the many years of relationship with the deputy president as a deputy president involved sometimes him telling me, Roba, ebu achana na hii utoke. That is the kind of relationship we've had without anybody feeling aggrieved. We are back home, and we're very happy. And in as far as those that have delusions, on the other side, you know, discussing the issues of some alleged agreement in existence, I want to stand here to categorically, emphatically state that there is no legal agreement between UDM and any other party for that matter. And where there was purported discussion of an agreement, we've written to the Registrar of Political Parties to request one to be availed, and that never happened. The Registrar of Political Parties was kind enough to write back to us and inform us she has written to Azimio to furnish UDM a copy of the agreement, which to date has not happened. In as far as the law of the country is concerned, you cannot coerce anybody into loyalty. You can only build friendship, grow the friendship so that it will turn into trust. The trust turns into loyalty. And that loyalty you earn over time. And that is what is lacking. And my free advice to Azimio is that if you are not able to earn that trust, don't embarrass yourself by discussing purported existence of document that is not with us. The only legal agreement that is available on record is the one we've signed today that is legally enforceable. The rest is not there. We have consciously moved. The content of the legal agreement was presented by our senior counsel and the team of lawyers to all the stakeholders of UDM, back and forth, in presentation, clause by clause, discussed. Even where a small statement of will and shall is concerned, corrected to the comfort of everybody. And today we've signed something we know. And Your Excellency, if nothing came to us, you should rest assured the decision to join you was long done before the voting happened. And for, you know, clarity, numbers have been shared. And I just want to, we've not done 1.01. 0.01, she said the number was 100.01, and then it turned into 0.001, and then mathematically some strange numbers came up. But using the same words that Madam Cherera used, the opaqueness with which Azimio has operated is what will lead to everybody leaving Azimio. And just for clarity, The numbers are shared by His Excellency Musalia Mudavadi, is a total of 180 members of National Assembly in comparison to Azimio's 153. A total of 26 senators in comparison to Azimio's 20. And there is one Omutata who is renowned in this country for being somebody very neutral. So as such, no one can claim Omutata. And the numbers speak for itself. I am extremely honored to be, accepted back. And we have made conscious decision. By the way, Your Excellency, for you to know, the people of that region are extremely happy. Mheshimiwa Duale can tell you. Now wanasema watu wetu wamerudi mahali wanafaa kuwa. With those few many remarks, I want to say thank you very much, and thank you for being very open and honest, and thank you for earning the trust of the team you have. And we are happy to rejoin that team with the same level of trust that the other team members have. We will walk this journey with you. Thank you, and God bless you. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Mheshimiwa Roba. Now, before I invite the President-elect to address us and the nation from here, I have the singular honor and privilege on behalf of Kenya Kwanza to announce that we have unanimously agreed that the Speaker nominee for the National Assembly for the Kenya Kwanza coalition shall be one Moses Masika Wetangula. Alias Papa wa Roma. Thank you, and congratulations on behalf of Kenya Kwanza. I'm sure you're sitting next to your predecessor and classmate. So if there's any missing gap, and oh my God, stop there. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, let me now call on the stage His Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto, the President-elect of the Republic of Kenya. Karibu, ndugu William Samoei Ruto.
Asanteni sana. Please, let's take our seats. Thank you very much. My good brothers, leaders of political parties, Governor Senator Roba, now, the party leader of UDM, and the membership and leadership of UDM, fellow members of Kenya Kwanza, good afternoon, or is it good evening? Let me take this opportunity, my good brothers and sisters, I see there are many, from United Democratic Alliance, United Democratic Movement, to Kenya Kwanza. Karibuni sana. Karibuni sana. As has been said here, this is the alliance and the coalition of the willing and the free. As my good brother Roba has said, when it was time to come together, there were no ifs and there were no buts. We just said, actually when Roba and my other good brothers came and we had the first meeting, they told me that we have come here whether you like it or not. So there was no option of us not working together because we have a long history together we have walked the political journey with many members of this UDM. And to be brutally honest, I am actually the founder of UDM. So thank you for bringing my party home. So the UDM, we formed this UDM party with Ruto Kirwa and Sambu and Jirongo way back in 1998. That's how far it goes. When we were harassed out of Kano, that is what we did. But the rest is history. The news is that this afternoon, UDM becomes a member of Kenya Kwanza. Na karibuni sana. Let me also say I am truly grateful that as Kenyans, we are progressively appreciating that we can compete, we can hold different views, we can belong to different parties, but we can find a formula to work together for the greater good of the nation. And I think this is the journey we are engaged in at the moment. As has been said by Professor Kindiki, Kenya Kwanza has grown over time. Many members have joined. Many political parties have joined. Today, UDM has joined the Kenya Kwanza. Like all the other members that have joined before you, you will become an equal member of this alliance like all the others. You will participate with us in Parliament, in governance, in the executive, and in every other aspect as we seek to consolidate our country, our development, and our progress. I want to assure you, members of UDM, that Kenya Kwanza is large enough to accommodate all of us. Our plan and our agenda is broad enough to accommodate all the ideas that will come from all the constituent parties and all the other leaders that form Kenya Kwanza. Karibuni sana on behalf of the other leaders of Kenya Kwanza. You're most welcome into this coalition. And as I told you, this is the coalition of the willing and the free. We have had occasion, many members who came to join us from the other side say they were never given an opportunity to read the contents of the agreement. They were never given an opportunity to interrogate whatever agreement they were being told to sign. And that is why, to date, there is only one agreement that is public, and that is the Kenya Kwanza agreement. The other agreement for our competitors, nobody knows what it says, how it looks, and it is an insult to the people of Kenya to ask anybody in the 21st century to abide by an agreement they have never read, they have never seen, and they have never participated in formulating. I don't even know how our competitors manage to keep people in Azimio. They you know? And let me say, for the record, that because we believe in a free, in a society that people make choices without looking back. I want to confirm that what happened the last 4 years, where politics was criminalized, relationships were criminalized, association was criminalized, I want to promise Kenya that that is a chapter that is closed. Going into the future, this country shall continue to be the democratic nation that many Kenyans fought for. Association, relationships, friendships will be free, and nobody, no government institution will be used by anybody to criminalize friendships or associations or political affiliations. We want to have a country where people are free, ideas are free, relationships are free, association is earned, it's not coerced. I know the last 4 years, and many of the people who were forced into joining our competitors were threatened and blackmailed and intimidated using the criminal justice system. I promise the people of Kenya that the criminal justice system will exit from politics. The criminal justice system will deal with criminals. They will not deal with politicians. We will never use the to leverage political friendship, of political support, or political traction. We will ensure that the criminal justice system, the DCI, the EACC, the KRA, and all other institutions execute their mandate devoid of politics. I say so because I know many people who have suffered because of their political affiliations. So I want to tell even our competitors that they will have no fear. I know maybe because our competitors have used the criminal justice system to harass other people, maybe they think we will do the same. I want to promise the country we will not do it, because it is primitive and it is backward. We want to live in a society that is free. We want political support to be earned. We want friendship to be built. And we want a society that Kenyans are free. I promise the people of Kenya this country is going to be free. That's why I'm saying our national security intelligence will focus on criminals and focus on terrorists and focus on those who want to harm our country, not on politicians and who they want to speak to and which association they want to belong to or which political party they want to belong to or who they want to associate with. We as politicians will do our thing. We will talk to each other. We will canvass each other. We will persuade whoever we can. And we will ensure that Kenya is free. I want to tell those who don't agree with us, you have nothing to fear whatsoever. You have nothing to fear. You can disagree with us and go home and be free and walk around the way you want. As I said the other day, we will all go back to our normal phones. Nobody will tap your phones to criminalize your relationship or your friendship or your political association. let me also say, as we go into the future, that we have a daunting responsibility. Many people are wondering why we are consolidating our place in the National Assembly and our place in the Senate. We have a huge responsibility ahead of us. We need a lot of policy decisions to be made. We need some legislative interventions to be made. And we need to begin to build the team that will help us deliver on the mandate that we have been given by the people of Kenya. We have made commitments to the people of Kenya. I hear many Kenyans beginning to ask, so when is the Hustlers Fund going to roll out, because we want to go back to business? It is for that reason that we are consolidating the team that will help us prosecute our legislative agenda in Parliament, our policy agenda in Parliament, so that we can get on with doing that which we must do for the people of Kenya. I say so because I know, for example, we didn't manage to pass the correct law for us to operationalize the housing fund. And that is why our housing program under the Big Four did not take off. It is my intention, it is our commitment as Kenya Kwanza that we will get through Parliament the necessary legislation to operationalize the housing fund so that we can begin the journey to social housing, to low-cost housing, and to making sure that the housing program that forms a big part of our job creation intervention is rolled out in the shortest time possible. I can give you another example. We just managed to pass the Universal, the NHIF Act about 7 months ago. That is something we should have passed in 2018. Yeah? So we have a serious legislative agenda. And that is why the coming on board of UDM gives us that much more leverage to be able to drive our legislative agenda in the National Assembly and the Senate so that we can live up to the expectations and the commitments we have made to the people of Kenya. We have no intention whatsoever to limit the capacity of our competitors to provide oversight over our administration. We are looking forward to a robust engagement. We are looking forward to our competitors providing oversight so that the people of Kenya can get value for the resources we have. They can get value for the vote, for their votes, by making sure that we have a government that delivers. So I want our competitors to know that they are free to associate in the manner in which they want, and let them also appreciate that we too are free to associate with whoever wants to associate with us. So let me finally say the following, that as we are in the space where we are, I have already asked public service that over the last several months have been coerced to participate in politics. I have said it is our commitment as Kenya Kwanza to run a professional public service. We want all public servants to professionally stick to their oath of office and to serve all Kenyans equally, irrespective of their political affiliation. I want to repeat, for the avoidance of doubt, all public servants, from the assistant chief to permanent secretaries and all other public servants, that it is not their place to support this political party or that political party. They enjoy the right, like all other Kenyans, to serve all Kenyans equally, irrespective of their political affiliation. As Kenya Kwanza, we do not expect chiefs to run our Kenya Kwanza political programs. No. We want chiefs to serve all Kenyans, to provide service to all Kenyans equally. And therefore, I am telling every public servant, wherever they are, their jobs are protected by the Constitution. They have a code of conduct. Please let them read the code of conduct and stick to it. Political parties should look for errand people to run their political errands. And finally, let me also thank all Kenyans for the manner in which we have conducted ourselves, both before the election, after the election, after the announcement